Do you struggle with frizzy roots and defined ends and wonder why you don't have the same hair texture all the way down the length of your hair? Stick around to find out why. Hey curlies, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Kiki, and if you are new here, I do all things curly hair tips, product reviews and styling. In today's video, we're going to be discussing the topic of why you have frizzy roots and defined ends and what you actually can do to combat this issue, alongside a few tips I have at the end of the video, so make sure you stick around to find out. The first reason why you might have frizzy roots is that all of us have virgin hair at the top of our head and older parts of our hair at the end of our hair. The new growth and the virgin hair that has just grown out of your head naturally will be tighter than the rest of your hair because it's essentially untouched hair. You haven't manipulated it, you haven't straightened it, you haven't messed around with it, you haven't braided it, you haven't done anything to it. It is absolutely untouched hair, it's virgin. So naturally, this hair at the top of your head will be lower in porosity and it will be a little bit tighter as a result of it. Also, if you have short hair, that's going to impact how tight your roots are as well, because they will spring up a lot easier than someone who maybe has a little bit longer length like me. My curls will be pulled down a little bit and I just will have a little bit less tighter curl pattern than maybe someone who has shorter hair. Nonetheless, the first point is that you have virgin roots and the ends of your hair are the oldest, therefore they will be a little bit looser than the root of your hair. That moves us on to point number 2. If you're someone who colours your hair, this may be another factor as to why the root of your hair is tighter than the ends of your hair. And that is because wherever you've had colour, the hair has been chemically altered somewhat and the curl pattern would have changed slightly, and the root will be virgin, whereas the rest of your hair will slightly be altered due to the colour. That moves us swiftly on to number 3. Now, this is a really important one and one that I have shown in one of my previous YouTube videos as to how you can apply your product efficiently to get a more consistent hair pattern down the length of your hair, and this is applying product to the roots as well as the ends of your hair. As curlies, we are often kind of taught to stay away from this area and our scalp when applying product because it can create a little bit of itchiness if you get product on your scalp, because really product's not meant for the scalp, it's meant for the hair. And if you do not apply your products away from the root all the way down the end, it is only natural that the root is not going to be as defined as the end of your hair. Because, for example, if you have gel from here to here, but you don't put the gel in this section is naturally going to be a lot more frizzy, it's going to be a lot more voluminous than this part that you have put the gel on. So when you're applying your product, just make sure you're doing it evenly and consistently from the root right to the end of your hair. The last reason why you have frizzy roots and defined ends may be due to the fact you have multiple different curl patterns on your hair. This can be a really annoying one for us curlies, because I know my hair myself, I have more of like a 3B texture under in this part of my hair, a more 3C here, but then the crown of my head is quite tight and it's more of a 4A texture, and that just means it is harder for me to define this back area of my hair in comparison to these parts of my hair. And coincidentally, this is the root of my hair and this is like the underneath of my hair, so this part often looks a lot more defined than the root. And it's just something that we're all going to have to get over. Unless you're lucky enough to have the same uniform curl pattern all the way around your hair, then you won't have this issue. But for 90% of us curly girls, we have different curl patterns on our head. That just means that our curls are going to look differently overall, and the level of definition is going to look different across your head. Hope I've answered some of your queries as to why your hair is frizzy at the root and defined at the end. And if you're interested in seeing this topic live in action, just click the thumbnail at the end and there's a nice video that shows you what you need to do to get that more consistent curl pattern all the way down your hair. Hope you enjoyed this video and I will see you in the next one.